Hi, I'm Tess Masters, the Blender Girl, and I am going to make a delicious chai rice pudding. It's an all but instant rice pudding because I'm not going to stand there and stir it on the stove. I'm going to use day-old cooked rice and blend it in with some milk and fresh spices, and we're going to stir it up and it's going to get rich and creamy and beautiful. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put about a cup of full-fat canned coconut milk. Shake a can, open it up, stir it, really beautiful. Now, to that, I'm gonna add a cup and a half of day-old cooked brown rice. So this is a fantastic dish if you've got some leftover grain from the night before, really, really delicious. Now I'm gonna grate some beautiful spices. Now the thing about spices, ground spices are fantastic for convenience, but they're pretty much stale for the most part. So it's always better to grind your own fresh. So I'm gonna take a cinnamon stick, and this spice grater from KitchenIQ is absolutely brilliant because it's VH grated, very, very fine blades, and you're gonna get beautiful brown spices in just seconds. And see, it catches it inside the container. Beautiful. So that's about a teaspoon. So next, I'm gonna grate some whole nutmeg. So again, we're just gonna take this over the grater, and that should be it. I mean, that was one little piece of nutmeg, and all I need is a quarter of a teaspoon. Just pop it in there. Yes, there we go. And to that, I'll add a quarter of a teaspoon of ground cardamom and a pinch of cloves. Just a little pinch there. So we'll pop those spices into the blender. Delicious. And then we'll grate some minced ginger. I love this ginger tool because again, like the spice grater, you've got this fantastic VH on these tools, and it just makes it so quick and easy with minimal force. We'll do a half of a teaspoon of ginger. Again, you can add this sort of stuff to taste, but I think this is a good blend for the average person. I've got to do a pinch of salt just to kind of boot up the flavors. Do a little bit of vanilla, probably about 2 teaspoons. And we'll put about 3 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. Again, you can do this to taste, but we'll do it on the stove in a minute when all the flavors mesh together. So we'll just blend this. We're gonna do this in a very rustic fashion because I don't want the rice to be completely blended. I want it to be really, really rich and creamy. And this is how we're gonna cream up our rice pudding in a very short amount of time. So I'll just pulse it on sort of a low speed. And that's enough. So I'm gonna take this over to the stove. I'm gonna mix it with some beautiful stewed apples and some almond milk, and we'll cream it up. So I stewed some apples with a little bit of maple syrup and some filtered water. To that, I'm gonna add some raisins. I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of extra cooked brown rice. I'm gonna add a little bit of almond milk, half the almond milk, about a half a cup. Then we'll add our blended mixture with all those delicious spices. Oh, they smell so incredible. Simmer that just until it sort of starts to thicken, probably about 5 minutes. So after the mixture's thicken, add the rest of your almond milk. It's about a half a cup. Now, everybody likes their rice pudding differently. Some people like it really loose and mushy. Other people like it firmer. So just simmer it till you get your preferred consistency. Then pull it off the stove, and then we'll go and stir in our pistachios. Now you can serve this any way you like. I'm just gonna pop it into some little bowls like this, and then you can just top it with some extra pistachios. Absolutely gorgeous. For this recipe and more easy, healthy recipes and tips, head to KitchenIQ.com and share with me the fantastic recipes you're making using the KitchenIQ tools using the hashtag #SharpenYourKitchenIQ.